Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be building a small little news application. What this does is using Ajax and JavaScript's built-in fetch API to interact with this news API here. So basically we can type in any topic we want into this form and then it'll go out and fetch the data for that relevant topic, okay? And then it gives you a list of 20 news articles based on that topic. Okay, so you can click on these articles and it will take you to the relevant article in a new tab. Obviously, a big subject at the moment is this virus going around. So we'll say COVID-19. Submit there. You can see we get all the news articles regarding the coronavirus. Open a new tab. So I think this is a pretty decent API you can use if you want to include news articles within your application. It's a pretty decent free API. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this and let's just jump straight in. Thanks. Hi guys, welcome back. So as I said, we're going to be using this news API. We're going to be using the JavaScript built-in fetch API. Just basically send an Ajax request just to gather the data. So we can use this API to search any kind of subjects we want. And it gets breaking news headlines and searches for articles from over 30,000 news sources. Okay, we're also going to be using this skeleton CDN. It's just basically a CSS file we can link to just to make our project responsive. So in order to start, I've created a project folder, ready for 2 files this time. So we've got index.html and a style.css file. So we'll start with the HTML. Let's just bring this in a bit. Okay, so in the HTML file, we're going to just do this usual boilerplate. I'll just make this title news, and then also let's link to that skeleton CDN. I'll put the links to these pages in the description. So if we go into our head section in the HTML file, we'll just do a link to that CDN, and I also want to come underneath that and just link to our style.css as well. Like so. Okay, and then if we come into the body, let's just open this with live server just so we can see our changes. Okay. So in the body, first thing we're going to do is just create a form. And then within this form, so I'm going to give it a class of search. And in this form, we want an input, a text input. It's a class of input as well. And then underneath that, we also want a submit button. And there we go. You can see the skeleton CDN style in here as well. Okay, so and then underneath this form, I'm going to create a div called with a class of container. And then within this div, I also want an unordered list. Just give this a class of news list, like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to quickly do a bit of styling in the style.css. So first we want to do is just do the basic, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, and also want a list style of none. Because basically in this project we're going to be listing multiple news articles and I don't like it when you can see the bullet points. That's just personal preference. List style none. And then coming under that, let's move this form to give it a bit of white space on the top left. So we give it a class of search. So just come underneath this, say .search. Say position, absolute. We'll say top. Just say 10% for now. Left, 10%. Okay, that's cool. I also want this submit button to be underneath the text input, so if we just do a little break there, And also let's give this a label. So we'll say label, just say news. And there you go. Okay. Next thing we want to do is just I want to just style the container as well, so where our news articles are going to appear. Let's come underneath this and we'll say dot container. We'll say position absolute again, and then we'll say top. And for now, I'll just say 40%. That'll do for now. Okay. So next thing we just want to do is just create all of our JavaScript. So I'm going to do this within the index.html file. You can create a separate file if you want, but it's quite a short project, this one, so I'll just do it in here for now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is let's just go to the bottom of the body section. I'm going to say script, and then here first thing we're going to do is just do our selectors. Okay, so I'm going to say const, we'll just say search form equals documents dot query selector. I'll just do this class here, so dot search. Okay, and then also for this project I'm going to want to get the input from this text box up here as well. So we'll say const input equals documents dot query selector again, and we'll just say input, that's the class we give it. Okay, and then I also just want to select this news list because we're going to be appending our news articles to this list. Okay, so we'll say const news list equals document query selector, news list, to get this class here like so. Okay, so that's the selectors done. The next thing we want to do here is we're going to just say we're going to add an event listener to this form. So we're going to listen up for a submit. Okay, so we're just going to say search form dot add event listener. Listen up for the submit, and then this is going to trigger a function called retrieve. And then we're going to initialize this function underneath here. So we'll say function retrieve. That listens out for the event, submit event here. And then let's go. So let's go to this news API now. So in order to get this working, you're going to need to create an account. It's all free. Basically, you need an account just to get an API key. Okay. So once you create an account, select create API key. You can see I've got mine here, this API key here. So if you just copy that, and I'm going to place this in this function, so I'm going to say const API key equals, we'll just paste the key there for now. If you was going to post this project, you'd probably put this in an environment variable, as you wouldn't want the end user to be able to access this key, but for this tutorial purpose we're just going to be creating it like so. Okay, and then underneath that we're going to say let the topic, so the topic we want to get the news articles on, equal, and we're going to take this input.value. Okay, just to show you what that's doing, if we console log topic, go back to our app, inspect. So what's happening now is if we just say, I don't know, the hot topic at the moment is this COVID-19 virus. If we just do that there, press submit, you should see, oh sorry, I need to do one thing. basically when you press a submit button, it will load a new page. So we don't want that to happen. So in order to do that, we'll just say e.prevent default, and that will stop the page reloading. Okay, so if we go to our console, COVID-19, you can see we get the topic now logged in the console. Okay, so now what we want to do with this, if we go back to our news API, and if we go to the documentation, you can see we want to basically be able to query everything. So whatever topic you want to get the latest news articles for, you can query it. Okay, so you can see here, if we take this, so this URL, basically you fetch the data from this news API. The query here, they've got Bitcoin as an example, so you'd have to put your query in, and then you'd have to add your personal API key as well. So I'll just copy this, and here I'm going to say, come underneath this, I'm just going to say let URL equal, let's make this a bit bigger. I actually want to put this in backticks, okay? Because we're going to be using JavaScript template literals here. So after this q equals, we're going to say topic in there, and then our API key, do another template literal, we're just going to say API key, which we have up here. And I want to put our topic above the URL. Okay, so now whatever topic we will put into the form, we'll basically add that topic here after this query section, and then our API key is taken from here. Okay, so then next thing we want to do here is use the JavaScript's built-in fetch API. Okay, so in order to do that, we're just going to say fetch, open bracket, URL, and then we can do the .then. We just take the response, and then we can say return res.json. Okay, so you want to return the response in JSON format, and then what we can do after that is say .then and then data. So we get the data, the JSON data, and then we can say console.log data. Okay, let's just see if that's worked. So if I type in COVID-19 again, you can see we get our JSON response back here, and it just gives you 20 articles in total. Okay, so you can see here, if I bring this out a bit, you can see we have 20 articles all relating to the coronavirus. Or you can do anything here. So if I said, for example, like football, you can see we can go into this response object, and we get all the kind of latest football articles from this news API. Okay, so that's great, that's working. Next one I want to do is just basically take these articles and list them on the actual page. So let's do that now. So I'll go back into my index.html file. So next thing I want to do is just list this. Okay, so you'll see when we search within the object, and we have this object and they're all within this articles section. You can see we get the list of the articles. Okay, so let's just go into here, and we're going to say data.articles, and then as it's a list we can use the for each method. Okay, and that takes in a callback function. So we're going to say for each article, then underneath this, we're going to basically just create a new list element. Okay, so we're going to say document. So for each article, we're going to create a new list element using this method here, create element. And we're also, we're going to say let li equal document.create element li. We're going to say let a equal document.create element a for an anchor tag. Then coming underneath that, we're going to say a for the anchor tag dot set attribute. And here we're going to say the href, so the link. And you'll see in here, within the articles, if we go into one of these articles, you can see we get a URL which links to the actual source of the article here. So we're going to set the link attribute of this a tag to data. Article, as we've got this here, article dot URL, like so. And we're also going to set another attribute on this a tag, and that is the target attribute. And this attribute is going to be underscore blank, like so. Okay, and what this does, it just makes sure when you press this a tag link, it will open the link in a new tab, and it won't go away. This page will still be open. You just open it in a new tab. It won't just direct away from this page. Okay, so that's what that attribute does. Underneath that, we're going to say a.text content equals article. You can see, if we go back on this again, within a news article, we also get a title. Okay, so I'm going to have the text content for each link as the news article title. Okay, so I'll just say article.title here. Cool. And then we next need to say we want to append this anchor tag to the list element. So we're going to say li.append child, that anchor element. And then we also want to append this list to our news list, which we selected up here. Okay, so we're going to say news list dot append child li. Let's just see if that's working. So if we do, close this down, do COVID-19 again. Let's see, so append child of null. Why is that not working? Let's have a look. So okay. Not sure why this isn't working. Bear me a second, guys. Don't know why it's not liking that. Let's see what's going on here. Type error, cannot read property append child of null. See what's going on with that news list. Oh, that's why I put class list. It should be news list. Silly me. Okay, there you go. Now you can see we get our list there. That's great. Okay, cool. So what else do you want to do here? So I'm going to say is news list dot inner HTML equals nothing at the top. So when we do search for a new topic, so we get our list there, and then also if we do football now, for example, it should clear all this out and just get the football news instead. Okay. So that's pretty much nearly there. I just want to style this because that doesn't look great. Just say left. That looks better. Sorry guys, just quickly, just to add, if we submit without any text content, you can see we get this error here, as it doesn't have the required parameters. You see we get this status error, required parameters are missing. So to get around this, we'll just go back into the code quickly. We're going to add a catch block to the end of this fetch API. So say .catch, and within here we'll say error. And all I want to do for now is just console log the error. Okay, and then if we come up to the beginning of the retrieve function here, I'm going to say if input.value equals nothing, so 2 quotes there, I'm just going to say alert. We'll say input field is empty, and then underneath this we'll just say return, just to come out of the function and not process the rest of this down here. Okay, so let's just see if that's worked. So if I come here now, you can see when I submit without any text, we get this alert here, and we no longer get that error message displayed. Okay guys, so that was just a quick error handling section there. Thanks. Okay, and then when we click on one of these, you can see it opens the news article in a new tab. Okay, so if we do, for example, COVID-19 now, top news article here, you can see it just gives us all the latest news articles for a certain topic. It can be whatever you want, so obviously it's dynamic, whatever you pass in here. I don't know. Let's have a look. Just type anything in there really. There you go. Okay guys, that's just a quick little project there. It's a pretty decent API, I think, all free as well. So any kind of site you want to build where you want to include news articles, this is your API to go to. I hope you enjoyed that guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe with everything going on at the moment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.